So there's I haven't looked at this since last time I worked on it. There's a few things that I saw when I opened it, and I was like, let's try to fix that a little bit. Things that have to do with the anatomy or that sort of stuff. So let's just check it out. By the way, little disclaimer: I'm sick right now, so if ever I'm a bit sniffly or whatever, it's because of that. So sorry in advance. So yeah, at first I made him like a big snout because I kind of like saw that on my references from the Sphinx cat, but no, after all, I think it was maybe a bit too big for the style. Also, like I think I've made the face too small compared to the head, so I'll just try to fix this. Like, not by a lot, just a little bit. I like to put things on a layer and play with the slider after to see if I went too far in my modification. So like 80% felt like a good thing. Anytime I do adjustments, I always put a ton of layers on that. Step vid, hello boss, hey. What is the tablet you're using? It's a Cintiq 27 inches. The first generation of the 27. Painted Dragon, greetings. Hey, I just finished playing Callisto Protocol. It was something. Did you play? What did you think? I played. I thought it was a broken gameplay, but a nice tech demo for whatever it is. Like, graphically was really nice, but the game was just like not calibrated correctly. Transpose tool, that's old school. Yeah, you can you can crank it up more as well. Sometimes it gives more good results. Okay, was it all I needed to do for the head for the moment? I think that was pretty much it. Just that helps a lot. Eventually, I'm gonna add like the wrinkles and everything, but I think I want to spend some time fixing the body. Get to a place where I think the body is correct, and then going to the mechanical arms at the back. Were you 22 inches before 27? I was 21 UX. Then I jumped straight to 27. Getting vibes from the cat and the three robots animation. I don't know that. I don't know that animation. Once again, sorry if I'm a bit sniffly. I'm a bit self-conscious about that, but I still wanted to give a stream, even if I'm sick. I'll merge the entire body into one piece. In order to find so there's going to be a lot of wrinkles on that dude for sure. So although I won't be actually like showing a lot of the anatomy, I feel that it's important to actually just have like a good base and shape, because everything's gonna be built on that. So I won't like polish the anatomy for sure, but like I at least want it to have somewhat of a good look. Also, like my pieces are like different polygroups, but they're not merged. I'm not merging them yet, so like I can always just like keep it and like move it around if needed. But the fact that it's on the same subtool, though, it helps me to kind of like bind them together and sculpt them together a bit, in case that's needed. It still acts weird sometimes, but at least I can do a bit of stuff. Jacob, hello my friend, how's it going? How's the health? How's the kid? Yeah, I get what you mean. Fortunately, it's remote, so I can help out around the house more. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a good point, eh? 3 Robots is one of the 3 shorts in Love, Death, Robot series. Oh, okay, I think I know which one. Is it the one where it's like post-apocalyptic? And they're revisiting the human society. The Sniff Sniffs is a gift from your kid. Yes, every Sniff Sniff is always a gift from my kid. I was never sick before I had a kid, and now I'm sick easily every 2 weeks. I swear to God, I was never sick. I think it's also a combination of getting old and having a kid that started daycare. Is there a concept of the cat will look like? Sorry, I have something stuck in my throat. Just a sec. Is there a concept like frog? No. This one I'm just going. I'm concepting as I go. Kids are good for immune system. Well, I mean, to be honest, I think that for me it was kind of like a step back. Dang, I was never sick too. Mine will go to daycare in a couple of weeks. Fuck my life, yeah. It's you'll see. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's a change. It's a change. Thanks for the sub, by the way. Really appreciate it. Painted Dragon, thanks a lot. Is Elden Frog's concept drawn by someone from Chaos Mason? It's drawn by me, so it's all me, baby. It's already in pose, but it's really just for the feel of it. Thanks for the follow. Oi. Are you Marco? I am Marco. Hello there. Oh, nice. New character? Absolutely. It was time. It was time. Man, that's a chill song that's playing in the list. Nobody's falling asleep yet. Hello Marco, I follow you on Facebook. Very cool design. Thanks. Really appreciate it. Going for a mech or something like the frog. This is going to be kind of like the Mega Chihuahua. It's going to be like a sequel to this this series, if we can call it that. Have you tried it again sculpting? After the cat, the next one will be a pug, right? Well, I was thinking maybe a rat, actually. Could be fun. It's like typical dog, cat, rat, mouse, whatever. Have you tried again sculpting on ZBrush? Have you tried again sculpting on ZBrush? Well, I'm sculpting on ZBrush right now. Oh, you have. Go ahead, be my guest. See, like, I like those lines, like this line going like this and then like doing kind of like an X. I find that like in, it's kind of like a good rule of thumb when you're doing anatomy to have things like crisscrossing over like this. Like that's what I try to do with like silhouettes and that sort of stuff. Thanks for the follow. Rabbit, definitely a rabbit. Oh, a rabbit could be cool. Yeah, with the long, long ears. It could be nice. Yeah. We go for a rat and a rodent as nemesis. This project, it's about making a cat in the same line as the Mega Wawa that I did in the past. Do you have any advice on how to keep the fingers of a hand separate while working on Dynamesh, or for example with the arm crust you have right there? Do you sculpt them separately? Well, I mean, if I was to Dynamesh, I would just make sure that they are like different like different polygroups, and you can just click the group thing in Dynamesh, and if you Dynamesh them, they don't merge with each other. So it's still separate meshes. You can still work on them, but they don't merge together. That would be my trick. I'm curious, have you ever did some anatomy courses like Scott Eaton, or did you learn anatomy by yourself? I learned with books, but no, I never had like a class. I wouldn't say no though. I mean, it looks fun. I know Jacob here in the chat did the Scott Eaton class actually. So he can attest to if it's good or not, if that's the question. See, like, sometimes I'm doing like shapes that are not really anatomy. Like, well, for example, like this thing here is clearly not anatomy, but kind of like preparing for it. Preparing for what's going to be on top, I mean. Alright, now let's assess the situation. How do I feel about that? Not convinced about the side view. Using click brush because I really want to insist on a certain shape now. No, maybe I'll just keep it rounded a bit. He's gonna have like massive knee pads. I think that's gonna fit well with the style. Mirror is off. Why? Just working on something that was not mirrored for a second. Just bought the mother tutorial, looks super interesting. Thanks for the good content. Hey, my pleasure. I understand. What if you are at the end of the process and want to work on the shoulder? Do you merge everything with a high Well, I mean, at some point you're going to need to remerge everything, dynamesh it, and Z remesh it probably to make a consistent mesh. So yeah, then reproject to get your detail. Scotty did an enemy. Geo nav kill, masterclass organic sculpts are the best thing that happened to me. Also, recent one-on-one with Simon Lee. I'd recommend it, but requires a lot of attention. Yeah, for sure. Good to know. Hi, Hob. How iPoly does some of your hard surface stuff get? Pretty high. Pretty high. It's hard to say, but pretty high. Did you do classes in French too? I mean, as a teacher. I was a teacher in Paris for like a little while, yeah. Morbidity, a little hard. That's cool. Got it. Thanks a lot. No problem. All right. Yeah. Oh, I'm playing a game right now that I am loving so much. It's called Hi-Fi Rush. It's from a Japanese company called Tango Game. They usually make just like horror games, it seems, but they made this like hack and slash, this music rhythm-based hack and slash. It's super good. It is so goddamn good. I'm loving it. Like, it's super addicting. Like, as a musician myself, it really like strikes a chord. No pun intended. Thanks for the follow, by the way. It's my jam. No pun. This one was a pun intended though. Hi-Fi Rush. Huge recommendation. I'll write it down here. I've not played the Harry Potter game though. I'm curious. Nah, King Smithson does not do an internship, sorry. Yeah, Hi-Fi Rush is super visual and music as well. It's like everything. It's really like crack cocaine for the nervous system. I do not recommend crack cocaine, but I do recommend Hi-Fi Rush. You can put that in an interview and on the internet. Chaos Masons does not recommend crack cocaine. In case anybody was wondering. Oops, cuts a little bit too much. I forgot that goddamn back face mask. I forgot it again. Okay, I'll do with that for the moment. Maybe even do some it's nice what it did on my leg right there. It's absolutely a mistake, like an accident, but it's not bad. I'm not gonna keep it though, but it's not bad. I broke my right arm metacarp bone last Tuesday, so I couldn't really do some traditional sculpt. Ugh. But maybe on computer. Sorry to hear that. I wish you a prompt or a fast recovery. Prompt recovery. Oh my god, I just realized I was gonna do like approximately the same kind of like knee pad. Well, you know what? Whatever. I don't think the knee pad police is gonna come and get me for that. Okay. It's starting to actually look okay. You know, I'm working on my portfolio piece for collectibles. Do you have any advice for me? My first portfolio piece for collectibles. I don't know if I have an advice for something that's specific, actually. The by ZBrush, I don't have it yet. It's a good software to have. Sculptors as well. Marco, when do you usually stream? I'd say at that time, but I change often. Hey Marco, how you doing, man? Pretty good, just sick a bit. That's why the sniffling, but otherwise not bad. Not bad. So for the arms, I'll actually maybe sculpt like just one and re-replicate it. No, it's maybe this one here. Because I think the body's going to be probably good like this, at least the lower body. I mean, so if I do like these little arms, and then I can actually check for the big arms at the back, and we might actually be done with just like the general shapes of everything. That's a good thing. Let's save this. And there, Mega Gato 03. Hi. Are you not going to upload this streams? Are you not going to upload this streams on YouTube? Yes, I am. Why do you think I'm not going to? Hello, Rat Lord. How you doing? Alright, so this is what I had before, and this is what I have now. So let's remove this. Let's reappear there. So just to see like what changed. Alright. So yeah, overall, like, things are much more balanced now, right? That's something I worked on. The shapes are pretty much more balanced. The bottom is the bottom part is like pretty much like final, I think. The basin, like the back also like is probably gonna work. I'm gonna have to work on like how the arms connect to the back for sure. With the head and everything, I think that's gonna work. Yep, I think that's gonna work. So let's go back to finishing the arm. How have I been? Pretty good, pretty good. As I said before, I was a bit sick, but otherwise, I'm okay. I hope that you're doing good as well. I have looked for the one you did the other day and didn't find it there. Which one? Like the first one of the cat? Because the first one of the cat is coming tomorrow on YouTube. I have the question about texturing. Oh, alright. Morbidity looks awesome, thanks. When you make something for print like your horseman, those are figures. What do you do to texture them as the retouple model with mesh? Well, you see, I do what I did with my frog, my Elden frog. I showed in the stream. Basically it can be like kind of like a long process, but for me, I like it for like renders and such. But I'm going to do like a decimation. That's going to be my low mesh, and then this decimation, I'm going to do automatic UVs with Rizum, which is a cheap software that's worth buying. And with that, I can bake my high res with my new automatically done low res, which is a decimation with Rizum UVs. I bake it in Substance, and I texture it in Substance. As simple as that. So no retopo, no nothing that needs to be done. It's still a process, but it saves a lot in time. If you're curious to know the process and see it, just go on like at the bottom of the screen on our YouTube page and just go check the playlist for the Elden Frog, and I show this entire process once that the high res is done, right? So yeah, and yep, Rizum UVs exactly. Concept is awesome. Thank you, Andres. When I will get more money, I will order one piece from you someday. That's nice. Thank you. Thanks for the support. So I use Rizum to decimate. No, I decimate in ZBrush, and I decimate in ZBrush, and I use Rizum to do the UVs. I just decimate at like, I don't know, like 2% almost, just so that my low mesh is not higher than 1.3 million for my low mesh, and I bake not more than 25 million on the high poly. So when you're going to merge your low meshes together, make sure that the equivalent high poly is not more than 25 million. And Rizum, I use UDIMs. So check my video for the details, but basically I use UDIMs, and I do just like many UDIMs, many 2K maps in UDIMs instead of like many less maps in 4K. 2K is much faster. Like 4 maps of 2K is much faster than 1 map of 4K, so no problems. It's my pleasure. That's cool. Well, I mean, bring more questions to the table. Well, Rhythm make the Z Pacifico art. UVs are done automatically with Rhythm, so it helps. Music is loud a bit. I've lowered it a bit. You get your model printed maybe with resin, right? Who paints the models? Oh, it's the company. That's their deal. I don't really do much in terms of like this part, no. So yeah, for the arm, I'm going to just make one and then replicate it on like the other side here once it's done. So as long as I have like one arm with like a decent shape, I'll recreate it for the other side. Probably is gonna have like elbow pads. Hey Marco, I want to learn ZBrush, but I don't know where to start or what objects are good to sculpt for beginners. I'd say start with anatomy. It's always a good standard. And where to learn, I mean, it's it's just getting some tutorials on the internet that shows the basics of ZBrush. There's probably a lot. So there's probably some that are named like ZBrush for beginners. I'd say try with like any of these that have a good rating. I'm sure they're going to be good. I have Rhythm, but I kind of don't understand UVs and retopology. Well, I mean, you can always check my streams on YouTube. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe. Are there studios that will paint them for you? Well, I always like collaborate with somebody that takes care of the production afterwards. So like, it's the kind of stuff I don't really know, to be honest. Like I don't. Yeah, I always like have people like handling this part. Do you ever use displacement map or just normal map? Just normal map. Or do you have other person? Yeah. I'm asking, I'm making a figure right now and it's so different from the game model process. So much fun to learn something new. That's true. But I'm running into roadblocks where I don't know the right workflow and have too many processes to choose from. Yeah, I know what you mean. But I've always like did the 3D like for a company that did print for a company that handles like the print and the paint part, so I just followed their directive, and now I have like this, one of my client became one of my collaborator into making like the 4 Horsemen and the Archangels, so they pretty much handled that part. Hey there, Beta to Lord. Mikhail Pavlovic on YouTube is basically just dedicated to teaching ZBrush. Yeah, that's a good start. Yeah, good point. Observed the video, dozens of live streams. Yeah. The whole Buster for sideshows is brutal, incredible piece. Thank you. Yeah, it was a fun one to work. IQ Zen. Hey, I just joined. Could you maybe sum up quickly what you're working on currently? I'm doing a cat in the same direction as this dog right there, basically. Okay, I'll concentrate on my model just a little bit because been focusing on the chat a lot, so if you don't mind, I'll just take a little pause and slightly get into my bubble here and work on this. Things will follow. All right, and now for the giant arms. So this one is really a question of like, am I gonna go for like more like really like mechanical mech shapes, or maybe some more like organically looking arms? And that's a question I haven't really been able to answer to myself, to be honest. So I think I'll just like go with the flow for a moment and figure that out. Sometimes I use my DEM standard just to start drawing a bit like what could be like some of the design pieces. Oh, that's nice. I need to research more. Talk to people who do the printing and painting themselves. Yeah, you kind of like need that part for sure. It's yeah. How do you make your strokes so precise and crisp? Do you have an exercise for that? My strokes precise and crisp. Well, no, it's just using clay buildup and smoothing and knowing where I smooth and how the brush reacts. It's just getting used to the brush basically. So exciting to learn. Yeah, that's a good spirit. Thank you so much for the information. Okay, lunchtime. Bye. Be right back. All right. Have a good lunch. Looks awesome. Thanks. Sweet. I'll check it out. Renato, Marco, how do you manage to leave the texture of ornaments in the way you want? Like, for example, if you sculpt off Batman versus Joker, do you create your own alpha, or do you have some ways of manipulating them? It's a lot of tries and errors, to be honest. It's a lot of tries and errors, but it's basically just like trying to find like a pattern that works, and sometimes you have to re-go over it with like the morph brush and do combinations, and it's not automatic. You have to like, it's finicky, yeah, but I like the process anyway. Hey Marco, just wanted to thank you for the great streams. Thanks to its teaching, I was able to land my first game industry job. Morbidity, that is absolutely great. Congratulations for you. I am extremely happy to know that I could have a little part in that. So thank you so much, and congratulations to you as well. Seriously, great job. Devil Dog Alpha, how did you go about starting Chaos from a business point of view? Did you have capital set up, contingency plans, emergency funds? No, basically me and Cedric, we were freelancers, and we had like a plug for like a big contract for 6 months, and that was enough security for us to start this adventure. So we said at the moment we had this like freelancing plug, we started the company and everything, and we never spent money that we didn't have. So this is how we actually progressed safely in this industry, I'd say. And we started the company because we knew that outsourcing was in popular demand, and yeah, that's basically, that's in a nutshell, that's how we went about. I've been applying a lot of things you talk in your streams to my workflow. Super useful stuff. That's absolutely great. Glad to hear that. Can those guns knock some shit out of the counter? If not, why a cat needs those? If you do 3D art, what do you think you'd be doing for a living? I mean, there's the sad answer and the fun answer. The sad answer is like I would probably still be at my government job, because I was working for the government before starting in 3D and everything. And I don't like to think that that's where I would have landed, right? But there is a possibility that I would have just stayed happy in my 9 to 5, retire with the retirement plan. But no, I think I would have died slowly inside. I don't think I would have been able to continue doing that. But if the question is like what else like passionates me that like I could have like went for, if I was a bit more serious about it, like I probably would have gone into like music or something like that. And otherwise, something that actually came to really interest me a lot lately, I never really like did a lot of like investing and stuff, but like one thing that does really interest me also is psychology. So there is a chance that I would have actually just like go further into those studies. Yeah, psychology. That could have been something. Hi everyone. All right. We'll keep just an image of him on the side like this, instead of having him I like those circle shapes like this. So right now I'm still just drawing shapes, and I'm going to figure out later what I'm going to do with those. Why people do what they do. No, sorry. Human behavioral science is fascinating. Oh, yeah, I mean, all that stuff. Like family therapy and like family system and whatever. Oh, I love all that jazz. Why people do what they do. That and anatomy are two of my favorite subjects. I think it's just about understanding the body and the mind. Yeah, that's a fascinating thing for sure. Also music, I don't recall if I've asked what instrument you play. I play guitar, well, string instruments mostly, like guitar. I was gonna say bass, but I don't really play bass, but I do play banjo and not mandolin, but the ukulele. And a bit of piano, really not a lot, and like I daffle with drums a bit, but yeah, not that's about it, I'd say. But no, you're right with guitar. You did this music, Marco? No, what's playing in the background is just like a free library. Also, you work for the government. Oh, it's probably still undercover and trying to figure out which of us are using pirated software. Yeah, exactly. The government cares so much. Are you going to stay in ZBrush 2022? I've been pretty lazy with my upgrade. I haven't upgraded yet, but yeah, I should be looking into upgrading. I actually tested 2023. I've been happy with like some of the stuff they added, but I haven't upgraded just yeah, out of laziness mostly. It's not like a reason, a statement or anything. In college, I took human relationships class, and it was much fun. It was about what you said, how families work, different types, how kids are affected in different situations. Yeah, I think my girlfriend took the exact same class. Those are all themes that I remember, like she talked about with me. Family relationships, yeah. What's pirate software? Mary MP. Didn't realize I was streaming. Here I am. Doing the streams. I'll divide the arms into 2 sections just to work on it a little bit more easily. Oh, I have a layer. Sometimes I'll use dam standard to kind of like fake hard edges, or fake edges, I should say. And then by smoothing them, it actually rounds it off and it gives the impression of like an edge, basically. Thanks for the follow. I'll read the chat soon. I'm just trying to get to a good place right now. Oh boy. Nice interstellar dwarf music. I haven't read this comment. Alright. Thanks for sharing your workflow and all tricks. Love it. Recently I applied them in my project and it works great. Oh, perfect. Awesome. I'm a digital sculptor, mechanical design for apply to make chaos messes. I need more skills like retail point texturing. You do need retail point texturing as well. Yep, we require the whole gambit. Volume edge planes. Yes. Good. Good. Somebody's been reading. Well, listening, I'd say. This 1 hour I had. Cool, man. Thanks. Awesome. Andre, you as well. Cool. Marco, how did you deal with your frustration in your studies, and how did you not let it affect your career? My frustration in my studies. I guess I actually like almost had like blindfolds and just like fucking ran through everything. And by study, you mean like being at school, or you mean like when studying a subject? Just and you changed careers, so I imagine it was a time when you thought a lot before transitioning. Oh well, I mean, yeah. Before I actually changed career, well, it's more like I could felt that I was really unfulfilled. I mean, when I was working at the government, right? So yeah, there was a lot of like thinking, but it really felt like it was time for me to move on. So yeah, in a way, it was kind of like an easy decision, I would say. All right, so I think I'm gonna do something here because I kind of feel like those big like joints and stuff is going to help with the project. So I'm gonna try to use geometry to figure out like what I need for the placement of like everything. I'll just try something here. Is there a reason that you're working with the layer at this point? Oh, just because I'm not 100% certain what I'm going for, I guess. Thanks for the follow, by the way. And thanks for the other follow. So I'm not really like trying to make things like perfectly functional. I'm just trying to have some kind of like basic coherence. Because I kind of feel like having like those joints, really like some more like mech looking arm could actually like be a positive. I find that there's a lot of things in design that are basically more like about like giving the illusion of something rather than being like perfectly functional, because often perfectly functional is gonna look boring, like to a certain extent. So I find there's like degrees in there, and what is the degree? That's really more like a personal thing, right? But yeah, it's just in general. But I like to actually like just confirm like a few functional things sometimes. Thanks for the follow. I'll get to that chat pretty soon. Sorry again about the sniffling. I am not 100% right now. Hey, we have a good amount of viewers. Hey, I haven't checked. I think this is like almost like some sort of record, maybe even. All right, let's save what we have for the moment. Let's check the chat. So Renato, you meant in my 3D studies. Um, I don't remember that I had frustration during my 3D studies, to be honest. I do have frustration in my life in general, in my career, and that sort of stuff. But I think when I was at school, I was just like just like excited about everything and dozed, like absolutely dozed on caffeine. And I was just like running full speed ahead, like doing everything, studying and everything, trying to do my best. But for some reason, I was not super hard with myself at that point. That makes sense. I wasn't sure how the mesh looked with the layer turned off. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, it's just little tests and stuff, and I bake the layer when I'm happy. Hey, Marco, how much time on average do you think a student should dedicate to doing studies? Well, I mean, I worked 16 hours per day when I was at school. It was a 1 year program, so like it was not like too long. But I think students should, yeah, they should do a lot of work because there's a lot of things to cover in that, and yeah, I often feel like I have to do a whole portfolio piece and never really stop to properly study. Oh, well, I mean, I mean, I really started working on my portfolio pieces when I was done with school. I'd say that like there wasn't much from what I did at school that I had in my portfolio even by the end of my studies. So yeah, personally, I think. Where did I learn? I learned at campus Ubisoft. It doesn't really have anything to do with Ubisoft, but it was a campus dedicated to. I think it was like the subsidies were from Ubisoft, and it was like in a they were trying to recruit a lot of people at that time. Ubisoft, I mean. So I think that they gave yeah, they basically just gave a lot of like loans away for people to make schools, and as long as they have like the first pick of like the people finishing at the school, I think it was the deal. It was a 1 year program, so we didn't learn much about like we didn't learn much about anything else than modeling, and I specialized in character modeling inside of that. But it was more on my free time that I spent my time with character modeling. We had a few classes, but what I'm trying to say is that it's really like it's not like they were specializing you to be a character artist. It was like your own choice to be one and to spend more time on the characters than anything else. But I have a few teachers there that were very encouraging for me to pursue my things. So So I actually pretty much changed the direction of where I was going with the arms since the beginning. So yep, you can consider that pretty much like a redesign of a couple of like important parts of the arms. Just checking the general alignment of the joints. Yeah, it should be fine. I'm just trying to keep a bit of the silhouette that I had before. I don't want to lose. Alright, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Alright, let's check the chat. Okay, that was a lot of things. School is just a stepping stone. You need to learn and work after. Yeah, absolutely. Black Meadow. What would you suggest to learn an anatomy fast? Oh, there's a lot of tutorials out there. Some of them mention a few things in the chat above about like some other classes, so maybe check that. No, I want to do an STDs, but I have a burning urge to make something for the portfolio. Yeah, don't rush too much, or else like you're not gonna learn adequately. Be careful with that. I need to set priorities and follow them. Yeah. I study on my own, and sometimes, most of the time, I don't know if my sculpts are turning out well. Yeah, you kind of like need to get like some feedback from people or work with people. Sometimes it can actually get a bit lonely to work like this, so I understand your frustration. Gorgeous Animal, can I ask something random? How do you, just give me a sec. How do you imagine what kind of material is the cloth on the Chihuahua suit? Like if you have a concrete example about it. Oh, it's just I find reference on the internet that gives me like a broad idea. I'm only asking so I can look for a reference regarding the specific material. Oh, I don't know what, like synthetic material, synthetic. I don't know. Like padded. It's like a padded synthetic material, I guess. Yeah, Renato, we have like the Discord. You can check it out. You can post it, and maybe somebody's gonna give an answer. Sometimes I go and check. Lately, I've been extremely busy, and I'm not really happy with my presence on the Discord personally, to be honest. But doing my best. Also, you can take a mentorship. Yeah, that's also that could help. But yeah. Pretty hard to cut. Cut one onion with one hand only. Why is the word that have never been said? I think I'm actually going to maybe try to open to download ZBrush 2023, and maybe I'll try the new tool in my next stream. I think it might actually help me with my workflow. We'll see. Yep, and I think this is going to be probably the shape I'm gonna go for this guy here. I think it's I look at it from many angles, and yep, they look fine to me from many angles, so is of course a good sign. That's cool. I think I have defined relatively well what I'm going to do for the next phase. So right now, what I was trying to accomplish actually from this stream was to finish all the major shapes of the character. And basically I find that they're all there. The next thing that I will be that I need to do is basically just like define what are the elements like that separates this model. And this time I'm going to do kind of like a quick polish instead of like a really like long process for the polishing. And what I mean by that is that I'll probably try to sculpt a lot on a few pieces, and my polishing will not be like be done like quickly, right? So I'll just try to do something that just looks fine, because that's what I did for the guy on the left here for the Mega Wawa, and I want to repeat that process. Like the idea is really not to spend too much time on this character and just get something like decent quickly. So this is what I'm gonna be aiming for. So yeah, yep, that's what I'm gonna do for the next stream. So anyways, thanks everyone for the comments on the chat. That was really appreciated. And yeah, I mean, let's finish the stream by rating someone. Boom. All right. So once again, thanks everyone. I will see you in a week probably. The first part of this stream is going to be uploaded tomorrow on YouTube. So yeah, I hope everybody had fun, and join me really soon. All right. Have a good day, everyone.